That's Elmore Taylor Applegate. With his first wife. Family. Let me go get my glasses. This is Papa's aunt. This is Elmore Taylor Applegate's sister.
Do you know anything about it?
No, don't really know anything about her. And she was married. Let me see what I know. You've got to wait too long for me to remember things. She was. I know she was married twice. I think her husband had died, and I can't remember what that name was. And then she married a man whose wife had died, and they always said it was a marriage of convenience. They each had children to raise, and Titsworth was one of them. One of the names, but that's that may be who that is. That
her second husband.
Yes. But she still looks young there, doesn't she?
But this woman is Papa's aunt?
Yes.
His father's sister?
His father's sister. Best I can tell. Let me go on and see if there's anything else in here. I'll wait till I get to him. No, these are all... See, I don't know who these are. These books will tell you who these people are, but finding it, so I don't know who they are. Let's see, that's a Sarah and that's an Etta. I have a feeling they're cousins or something. Henry, I don't know this one. About Sarah Charlotte. They called her Sally. She was a Titsworth. Papa's uncle, the brother to his father. This is Hart. Hart Applegate. Hart was a lawyer. He was Attorney General of Arkansas, and he was favored to win the governor's race, and he died. I think his wife had already died, and he had the one son. But that's hard. He has one son who he reared then by himself. His wife was already dead. Yeah, his wife had already died, I guess, when the son, who is Allen Wilson Applegate. Let's see if he's probably not in here because he's...
Did you ever know Hart? Or he died before you were born?
You mean him? No. My earliest memory is going to his funeral, though. I mean, going to Union City to his funeral. I didn't go to the funeral.
He's buried in Union City?
He's buried there with that. I wish we could go up there sometime.
Well, we can. Hop in that car right
there. We just might do that when it gets a little cooler.
Okay.
Go to that cemetery, because that's where Grandpa and Grandmother, and he's there, and I don't know who else.
Okay.
But then he had, as I say, the one son who was Allen. Allen then has two boys who are kind of in your age range. Because I don't know them. I haven't seen them. Because they're two boys, his two grandsons, are not as old as I am, but they're kind of in that range.
Did you know them?
No.
Did you meet them?
No, I never saw him.
Did you meet his son?
No, I never saw him.
Or the son?
I haven't seen any of them. I probably saw the son when I went to the funeral. Went up there to the funeral. They took us, and we stayed at Aunt Sally. Which one was these? One of these was Aunt Sally. That's her house, yeah. We stayed at her house. And I can remember the big porch on that house. And I remember eating in the dining room, and they had a great big round table, and that's all I remember. That Carrie Titsworth, grandson of Sarah Charlotte Applegate, and Titsworth. When is her grandson? Because he lived in Union City, Tennessee, as an adult. I think he was the one. Yeah, he's the one who had a radio station.
What's his name?
Titsworth.
What's his first name?
Oh, his is Gary.
Gary?
Gary. This says Gary. As a baby, but then he was this is so long ago. Titsworth. But they said they called his letters on the radio stations were WOBT. Watch old brother Titsworth. I just remember that saying that from a child. I never knew him. Cornelia Applegate, first cousin to SEA, so that's Samuel Enoch. Samuel Enoch was his grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay. What do you know about Papa's grandfather?
Not anything. That he lived out from Union City. He was a farmer. This is Elmore Taylor's father.
Yeah.
So that must be the grandmother. I don't know anything about her.
What do you know about
but
him?
What I know about him, that he did. I've seen the house, and somewhere I've got the pictures of that house, that he farmed out from Union City, and it's right near the cemetery, as I recall. And he had the 2 boys and 2 girls. The 2 boys went to what's in Nashville? Vanderbilt. And the 2 girls went to Peabody. That was the girls' school. I think there was another boy who didn't live. I don't know what happened to him. And I don't know that we've seen pictures of him. I don't know his name. We'd have to see that. I don't remember who that is either. Don't know who that is.
Let me get a picture of. Say it again.
Elmore Taylor's first wife was Caroline Mary Heinemon, Hinemon. They had 2 children, and then she died, I think, in childbirth with the second one. They had 2 girls. Papa was in touch with the first girl, who was...
That's his half-sister?
Yeah, half-sister. She stayed in touch, but he didn't know the other one. I was told that I guess the Heineman family took the baby when she died to raise. And then Grandpa Applegate married Grandmother Applegate.
What was her maiden name? Ray?
Yes. Yeah, W-R-A-Y, Ray. And because she was divorced
Ray.
from her first husband, they would not have anything to do with him or her. And they kept the baby and kept her away. Now,
Wait.
Huh?
You mean Heinemann's?
The Heinemans kept the babies when
the baby, but not the older sister.
Not the older one. The older one was big enough, I guess, that they couldn't do that. But they had the baby, so they kept her. I don't know what's happened to that part of the family.
Huh.
Don't know anything about it. But Grandma Applegate couldn't help it. He just left her. So what was she supposed to do?
What was who supposed? What did it say? What? What was who supposed to do?
A woman whose husband, she's got 2 children, he just goes off and leaves her, so she's going.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
Right.
That his name was Skaggs. That's where the Leland Skaggs, the half brother that Papa was reared with, who had the military career. He's one of the boys. The other one was already big enough, and he left, and I don't know anything about him.
Well, that's on the Ray side. She married a Skaggs, and he left, but they had children.
Yeah, had two boys.
Ah. And so she married Elmore and brought Skaggs with her.
Brought Skaggs with her, and then he had that whole bunch of children.
Elmore had the older daughter he had with Heineman.
That's right. And these are the two older daughters' children.
All right, so we got Elmore Taylor's married to Hyman. They have two girls, but she dies. The Hyman family grabs up the infant,
That's right.
leaving her older sister. And then Papa marries Ray, who's got two boys named Skaggs.
That's,
And then Elmore and Elmore and Ray.
Maud, her name is, she's Maud.
She's Maud. Elmore and Maud Ray have Papa and who?
A whole bunch of children. See, Papa and Sarah and Taylor and James, and Eugenia.
That's 5, 6, 7, 8 kids. Wow.
That's a lot to feed in it. And see, and I was told because of his health, he gave up his medical practice. He was a doctor. Probably would have done all right, not like doctors do now for sure. But he tried to farm like his father. And I guess farming was all right, but you just didn't make a whole lot out of it. I think that's what discouraged Papa. By the time you sell your crop at the end of the year, paid off what you owed him, the thing, you didn't have anything left.
Right.
So that's why he left. But he should have been the farmer. I really think he should have been the farmer. He should have stayed there. They didn't own that farm. They just rented that. So I don't know what happened to the grandfather's farm. Who got that when he died? And I don't know anything about it. The people up there probably got their claws in it. I don't know. Nobody ever said.
Yeah.
But apparently it did well for him to send those boys to college, and the girls too.
Yeah.
All right. Now this
When?
these are the sons of Papa's half sister, the one that was mother died. The Elmore Taylors. These are Elmore Taylor's grandchildren.
What was her name?
Her name is Allie Mae. Allie Mae, Allieme. Allie Mae Green, and she was married.
So she was much older than Papa.
Yeah, not a whole lot, I guess. I don't really know how much, but yeah, of course she was the oldest, and then this baby, we saw the picture. So.
But that's out.
These are her
Allie Mae's
sons. Those are her. So those are their my cousins.
Yeah. Your generation, but they're much older.
They're older, yeah. And one of them has, not just one, and I don't know which one, had one son, and he was in Washington working. He is a lawyer. It's sometime you were up there, but I didn't know that then.
Really?
His name is Green.
So these are Allie Mae's sons. Did you know them?
No.
Do you know their names?
We went through there, let me see, on a trip, and we talked. I think what we did is talk to the wife of one of these.
Where was that?
I don't remember.
You remember the location?
They were in Oklahoma City, I think it was.
And so Allie Mae, who did she marry?
Married Green, but she was divorced from him, and I don't know anything
She
about him.
married a Green. So these two boys are Greens. And one of them has a son who is a lawyer in Washington.
Yeah, but I don't know which one had the boy. Just one of them had one child. Allie Mae Green, Harry, Ralph, and Harry. So one's Ralph and one's Harry, but I don't know which one had the son. But that was because when we talked to them, they were, well, I say the boys was about your age, or Rosa's age, somewhere in there. And so they're older than I am. And Allie Mae, I don't know what happened to her. I guess she stayed with her mother's family back in where she married Green, I don't know, but they were divorced too. And she never remarried.
Wait.
I don't know what kind of work she did to
Allie Mae,
would be a half sister to Papa.
but after Allie Mae's mom died and the Heinmans took the infant, Allie Mae stayed with Papa's family?
No, she stayed with the Heinmans.
So the
But
Heinmans took
she-
both of them?
Yeah, but she was old enough. I think that she came to visit. They let her come, but they didn't associate with them with the baby. Oh, that was the way I've been told.
So Papa didn't grow up with Allie Mae?
No, but he saw her, I guess, because they must have lived close, but I don't know. I don't know how much he saw her, but he did see her because, well, I think she'd come to visit from wherever if they were living in Union City then. I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't know that part. But I'm sure these two have died
Yeah,
because they're older than I am.
yeah.
They were older than I. I don't know their age, but that too is in the book somewhere. I'm sure where their name. Oh,
We can talk about that now. This is Maud
Melville.
Ray Applegate.
Yeah. Okay. When I first knew them, this is the house they lived in St. Louis.
That's her?
Yes, that's something that I don't know if I assume it is. She lived there, but several families lived together, and let's see, she had an unmarried daughter. I don't know whether she had been married. Maybe she'd been married at that point and was divorced. I don't remember. And then her daughter, Aunt Sarah, and her husband and 2 children lived there. And Uncle Jim and his wife with no children lived there. This is all during Depression years. But then when they, let's see, her daughter moved to Kansas City to work. She worked for Western Union. And Aunt Sarah and her husband and 2 children bought their own house. So then grandmother was left with the son and his wife, Aunt Sarah and Uncle Jim. And they moved. I don't know the circumstance, but I'm told they didn't need that big old house. And they moved to a upstairs apartment.
This is in St. Louis?
In St. Louis, that's where they all lived when she died and when they died. But this is how I remember her.
So that's your grandmother.
Grandmother.
This
That's Papa's mother.
Elmore Taylor's wife.
Yes, right.
And at the time of this picture, had Elmore died?
Oh yeah. This is much because he died. The youngest one was. Well, what's her name? Well, I can't come. But anyway, this is. Yeah, but this is about the time of me, and that's because that's how I remember her, the short, dumpy lady.
Do you know what year this was taken?
Doesn't say, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, well, Eugenia was the youngest one, and she was, I think, a small child when her daddy died, and then I think the oldest son was already working up there, and that must have been why they moved to St. Louis, because see, they were living in Arkansas on that farm, but there's nobody to farm when Grandpa Applegate died. So,
where in Arkansas did?
Near Jonesboro, but I really don't know where it was.
And is
I
that?
guess it's in that same county.
That's where
Quick.
grandmother was from.
Yes.
Is that why they met in Jonesboro?
Yes, Craighead County. I think that kind of grandmother's family must have lived out there near the farm or something. I don't know, because her daddy wasn't a farmer, but he built houses, as I was told.
Okay.
Not very lucrative business at that time. But this was a nice house, nice big house. But there were 1, 2, 4 families living in it.
So you knew your grandmother.
Yes, I knew her.
Do you know when she died?
Yes, she died about 1948 or 49.
Oh, goodness.
Huh?
Oh, goodness. She lived a long time.
Yeah, she did. She was so. I don't know that she ever did anything either after having all those children, but I can't.
So y'all went to visit her in St. Louis?
Yes, we went one time.
One time?
Yeah, let me see. Papa took Albert and me one Christmas. We didn't stay but 2 days, I think.
Did you drive?
No, we went on the train. One thing I can remember, the train ride, and when we were coming home, we had his coach, and he went to see if he could get us sleepers. But apparently it was costing too much. He couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So we came back on a coach. But I can remember Uncle Leland went with us, took us to the train to go home, and he bought us two Coca-Cola glasses. You know, did you ever see any that had Coca-Cola on them? Mm-hmm. They used to make those fountain glasses. Mm-hmm. He bought us so we didn't have to get those paper cups all the time on the train. Isn't that funny to remember something like that? That's all I remember about it. And I remember when we got to the house, they made me go to bed. Because I was tired and I go to bed. I didn't want to go to bed, but I went to bed and I slept. And then I remember Christmas, I think that was Christmas Day. Yeah, we think we arrived on Christmas Day. After the dinner, I guess we ate. I don't remember anything about that. We were upstairs, and Uncle Jim's apartment was upstairs, and went up there to open the Christmas presents. Because everybody, I don't remember what I got for Christmas. I got something under the tree. Everybody had their gifts under there. And I remember I've told you about Bill in the bedroom shoes.
No.
All right. Well, Bill had on his bedroom shoes. Bill was the cousin. You remember who came with the two boys to grandmother's house?
From Missouri?
Huh?
That was Bill?
That's Bill, yeah, and he's my age. Well, Bill had on his bedroom shoes. Well, he got a Christmas present, was a box with new bedroom shoes. Well, he was so excited, he took off his old shoes and put those new ones on. Well, Aunt Edna was kind of a little trickster anyway. She sneaked his old shoes out and wrapped them up and put them up under the tree. Oh, he was so excited he had another Christmas present. He opened them up and they were his old bedroom shoes. I can remember. It's funny how things like that you can remember because, oh, he was so disappointed. We were about 6, I guess. I wonder if he's still living.
Bill.
Bill what?
Bill Watt.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is. No, it's one further than that. It makes it great grandmother.
What's her name?
Frances Ann Jackson Ray. She was a Jackson.
So this is
Papa's,
Elmore's second wife's, Papa's mother's mother.
That's right.
Papa's
Grandmother. That's Papa's grandmother. And, well, there's Papa's mama. She was a little short, dumpy lady.
Let me get...
Frances Ann Jackson Ray was born near Huntsville, Alabama. Then the family moved to, where do you think? I forgot where they went north anyway. When she was a small child. But I thought that's funny that Papa got back to close to where they were. Nice.
I'm making a little video, so just tell me something you want to say about yourself.
About myself?
Yeah.
I'm living an awfully long time. I don't know that. I don't know what I'd say myself. I'm lucky to live so long. And I'm lucky to have a son who is so good.
Well, besides that, just say something about growing up in Tuscaloosa or Papa or anything.
No, I think my life was rather dull. I just played with the children in the neighborhood and grew up with a lot of good little friends who lived close by.
That was on 14th Street, 19th Avenue.
19th Avenue, yeah, 1325 19th Avenue East. And they have now changed the name to Kicker Road.
Officially.
Yes, they did. The two Kicker girls went to the city commission or something to get it changed because everybody referred to it as Kicker Road.
Okay.
And it went from where the Loop Road and Hargrove Road come together. Then the Kicker Road runs in and it goes all the way to Hope. So it was a much traveled road, but was always referred to as Kicker Road because Mr. Kicker had owned so much property in there. He lived there and then he owned so much property.
And so when you were growing up, 14th Street was initially a dirt road?
Yes.
Do you remember when they paved it?
I think it was after I left home.
Oh, really? In the 40s?
Yeah, I can't really remember. I remember.
So when you were in
I remember because I learned to ride a bicycle because our lot sloped down to the road, just slightly. But when they paved it, they dug all that out and it left the yard up high. But I could. That's how I learned to ride, because my brother had the boys' bicycle, didn't have a girls' bicycle, and that's how I could learn to throw my leg over. It gave a little move going down that hill, and I could get my leg over.
So when you went off to college, when you were in college, it was a dirt road?
Yeah. It didn't get paved until much later. I don't
How
even
about
remember.
Kicker Road? Was it paved?
Yeah, it was paved. And I can remember playing in the mud when they were digging it out and I remember that Granddaddy, your granddaddy, wanted it to be curbed. Mr. Davy didn't want to spend the extra money to pay for curbing, so it didn't get curbed. Which would have been better to have it curbed.
Now, were you born in that house or born at the hospital?
No, I never didn't have the hospital. I was born in that house. And Fanny came and helped. I had the doctor. Dr. Christian was there, but Fanny came and put the first clothes. And they lived down the 14th Street. That'd be about a mile to where the high school is. That school is.